Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. All right, I said I was gonna do this video, and I needed to do this video because this video needed to be done. Okay, as the teams are arriving in Miami, most of the teams should be there today or tomorrow because, when it comes to the Super Bowl, they have what you call media week. So basically, this is the week of the Super Bowl. So this is when they all chill and get acclimated to, talking to the media for media day. So, the players have to be available to the media. Everybody remember Marshawn Lynch's I'm just here because I just don't want to get fined. So, you know, now this is my thing. How do I feel about both teams? How do I feel about the Kansas City Chiefs and how do I feel about the San Francisco 49ers? Well, to a certain degree, it's damn near to the point where I don't give a damn who wins. But if I had a choice who I'm slightly leaning towards, it would be more than likely the San Francisco 49ers because, well, I'm from the Bay Area. So, my dad was a 49er fan. He was a Raider fan at first. And then when they moved to Los Angeles, he became a bandwagon 49er fan. Sorry, Dad, I'm got to keep it 100, man. You jumped on a bandwagon, IRP, you know. I just got to keep it 100. My dad used to be a Raider fan until the Raiders left for, Los Angeles. Then he became a bandwagon 49er fan. But, nevertheless, I was always a Raider fan from afar. I kind of had, a little bit of love for them, even though they was in Los Angeles. But I still rooted for the Raiders, but I supported the 49ers. I ain't gonna lie, I did respect Joe Montana. I was I respected Joe Montana. And when Jerry Rice came along, Jerry Rice, arguably, to me, position for position, is probably the greatest football player ever. It is without a question of a doubt, Jerry Rice is the greatest wide receiver ever. Now, keep in mind, Jerry Rice, uh, the past century, was voted, greatest football player ever. He was voted the number one football player in the NFL. He was voted NFL number one player. So he was voted number one. Now, more than likely, when they do that again, they'll probably have it being Tom Brady. But nevertheless, I used to support the 49ers. Unless they played the Raiders. So, now with this Super Bowl coming up, it is hard for me to root for either team because Patrick Mahomes, George Zimmerman tweets, because I'm going to dig deeper into the whole Patrick Mahomes thing because, like I said, I'm really about to talk about that in the next video, and I'm going to talk about some other things with Patrick Mahomes. Basically, I got to bring some things to people's attention. Okay. Now, getting back to the 49ers, it's very hard to kind of root for the 49ers based off the fact that's the last team Colin Kaepernick played for. Then the whole thing with the NFL, and then the Tim Ryan thing, where Tim Ryan made that blatantly racist remark about Lamar Jackson. It was blatantly racist, and there's no way you could get around it. But then you had guys like Richard Sherman, you know, buck dancing, you know, tap dancing, butter biscuit eating, you know, cooning for Tim Ryan. And as I said before, anybody that come on here caping for Tim Ryan, especially if you happen to be a member of the Mayonnaise Nation, you gonna get ethered and you gonna get blocked. Cause you know, you gonna start getting put in your place like William Wolf did. You know what I'm saying? You don't get to tell me what not to be offended by and what to be offended by. Your white privilege and your Caucasian thoughts don't work here on my channel. There ain't no white privilege on my channel. Nothing but black privilege on my channel. So, you know, save your comment because it ain't gonna get read. I ain't gonna respond to you. You just gonna be automatically blocked. And your comment gonna be erased. But yeah, I had such a problem with that because at the end of the day, when you get guys that make comments like Tim Ryan, it justifies, you know, people that think like him being able to continue to make those remarks. Because first of all, if you a pale face, you don't get to make remarks about how dark my skin is or light my skin is, especially when you not one of us, period. But when you get guys like Richard Sherman and the other dude that cape for Tim Ryan, then these other guys that look like Tim Ryan think they can come at a guy like me with that bullshit. But think again. Now, anybody that knows what I look like, I'm not a dark-skinned black person. But that doesn't mean I'm not offended by hearing somebody like Tim Ryan make a comment like that, because at the end of the day, I'm still a black man. Okay? Both of my parents are black, and my father, my biological father, was a dark-skinned black man. So I take offense to that. And you won't say that to me, or you won't make jokes like that around me, because you may get William Wolfed. Just letting you know. So it's hard for me to support either one of these teams because at the end of the day, I still don't really roll with the NFL like that. I'm only covering it because, well, basically it's the end of the season. Nobody's forgot about what happened with Colin Kaepernick. Real talk. But yeah, that's how I feel about both the 49ers and the Chiefs. While by default, I'm maybe lightweight hoping that the 49ers win, I'm definitely not rooting for the Kansas City Chiefs. You know, so that's my thoughts on that. This your boy Town Biz. I'm out.